we have added a project. Let's look some of its basic settings. Here at the bottom in General tab, you can see project ID is there, project name is there. If you want, you can edit and change the project ID and project name from here, or you can change and edit from here. Now we have many tabs at the bottom. We don't need to refer any of this. Let's come to this date. Few things we need to check is that project plan start date. If you remember, while preparing the project or while adding the project, we gave project plan started at 3rd September. You can give that while adding a project, or after adding a project you can come over here and give date as 3rd September 18. Data date will automatically set equals to the project plan start date. If a project finish date, that is given by client, you can add it over here. If not, you're preparing the project first time by yourself from inception. After you get the project finish date, calculate finish date, you can add over here. Moving ahead, let's come to defaults. These are some of the default settings for activities. Duration type, fixed unit, fixed duration and unit. Percent complete type is duration, and active type is task dependent. Now these activity setting are the default setting which an activity will get when you add activity in the project. We will learn about this detail in a future video. Now another thing is setting a calendar. To set a calendar, if you click over here, this fly will open. This project does not have any calendar. If see, the filter is showing project calendar days, project calendar. To display global calendars, if you see, we have some calendars over here. We have some defaults calendar that the Primavera have in itself, but when we come to project calendar, there is no project calendar. For that, we need to make our own project calendar. Come to enterprise, come to calendar. We see again in this project tab, we don't have any calendar. We need to add a calendar. Come to global. Here again we can see the same defaults calendar that we saw moments earlier. Come to projects, click on add. Now it is asking which of this global calendar which want to use for the project. Let's use this 7 days work week. We can use this 6 days, but I've already used this different project, and for teaching you we will use this 7 days work week calendar. Click on add. Let's rename it as training project 6 days work week. Now let's click on modify. Now you can see whole month calendar is available over here. If you see, standard is this grayish color, this white grayish we can see over here for this August month. Non-work is shown as this grayish, dark grayish. If you can see, there is no non-working day, there is no different color, and exception is again white. Now if you come to work week, if you can click on this, you can see that it is showing that number of working hours per day throughout the week is 8 hours. Now Sunday is a non-work. Now let's make it as 0. Click on OK. Now you can see Sunday is showing as grayish color as non-work. Another thing, click on time periods. Okay, let's come to this in a few moments. Come to detail work hours. Now if you can see how it is calculating the 8 working hours. It is starting from 8 AM in the morning. It is going to 16 hours, that is 4 PM in the evening. But there is no lunch hours over here. There is no lunch period. I have 12, 12:30, 12:30, 1 o'clock. If you can see 0 to 30 minutes and 30 to 60 minutes. That is 12, 12:30, 12:30 to 1. Let's make it as non-work. Now since we have reduced 1 hour over here, we need to add 1 hour over here. Make it as work. If you see, if you go ahead, you can see Sunday is non-work for throughout the year, so all year, for all the years in the calendar. But the changes of the working hours that we made can only be seen over here. So let's click on standard, and let's come to detailed work hours per day, come to work week. You can see all the calendar days are available over here along with the working hours. Let's come to Sunday. If you want to make Sunday as work, and say if you just click on Sunday and then click on work, it will not make the Sunday's whole work. It is just making the selected 30 minutes as work. Let's click on it again, make it as non-work. Let's come to Saturday. It is showing us 8 to 16 is working hours. Come to Sunday as working, 8 to 16, 8 to 16, make it as work. Now even Sunday has our standard working hours. You can see Sunday is again showing as working day. Come to work week again. Let's click and hold on shift. Let's go down and change the working hours. Let's add 1 hour at the end of the day and add this mid break in the afternoon. Make it as non-work. Now we have completely 8 hours over here. Come to time periods. It is showing 8 hours per day. Hours per week. Since we are working 6 hours per week, 6 days per week, let's come to a calendar. 8 hours per day into 6 days a week. It is showing 48 hours per week. And let's change it to 48 hours. Now, hours per month. We have 48 hours per week and we have 4 weeks. Multiply by 4 weeks a month. This is 192 hours per month. For hours per year, we have 192 hours every month. 192 multiplied by 12. 2304 hours per year. If you're wondering about the exception days and the non-working days and holidays that will come throughout the years, you don't have to consider. Primavera automatically take into consideration when we are planning the whole project. You just need a standard working hours for the whole year. And one more thing, let's say 15th August is Independence Day here in India, and now you want to set it as holiday. Let's click on 15th August, click on non-work. Now you can see it is showing as non-working hours. Now marked it as holiday. But now let's just remove this. If I click on work, it is showing at whiting in white. Like if you look at the bottom, it is showing exception as white. But why as white? Because the working hours over here, the working hours for 15th August is now showing different. One thing you can do is you can manually change the working hours, or what you can do is, let's make it as exception again. Now let's click on standard. Now you can see it is similar to all other working days, because when you come to work week, you can see our standard working hours is set over here. These are now standard working hours. Click on OK. Inherit holidays from global calendar. If you have any calendar that you have for your whole company, in which the calendar has all the holidays and exception working hours and exception day, everything is assigned in that one global calendar, you can ask this calendar to inherit holidays from that calendar. It will directly take from that calendar. So let's click on none, because we do not have anything. Click on OK. Now we have this calendar for this project that we have just created. Let's close this. Let's assign this calendar to a project. You can see we have this available over here that we just made. Click on this calendar, click on add. Now we have successfully added this calendar for this project.